YouTube, what's going on? My name is Kevin, the Tech Ninja, and I've been spending a little bit of time with the LG G4, and I came up with a list of my top 4 killer features. Well, number 1 obviously is the camera. LG is bringing probably one of the best smartphone cameras to the game. The aperture size is 1.8 versus the lowest before was 1.9. You may ask yourself, what is the difference between that 1/10 of an aperture? Well, 1/10 of an aperture in the grand scheme of things isn't a big deal, but when it comes to low light situations, that's when you will see a difference. And that 1/10 of an aperture can just bring you just that much more light to make that image look a little bit better. Now, on average, when it comes to most smartphones, you're in the 2 range for aperture. You may see a 2.2 or 2.4, even a 2.8. Dropping it down a step will get you that much better of an image, and also your depth of field will be much greater, so you have that nice blurry background. That's called bokeh. So get excited about that because the camera on this thing is something to be reckoned with. Now I'm going to do my best to show you the difference between 1.8 aperture and 1.9. The first image was taken with the Galaxy S6, and the second image right here was taken with the LG G4. Now these images look very similar, but if you take a look at the G4 image, it has just that much better low light imagery, as you can tell from this picture alone. Now, for photographers, I think it's a big deal that this camera has manual controls. And with the manual controls, you can really dial in to use the settings you want as you would on DSLR. And it has a range of settings. ISO levels are extremely high, going up to 2700. And also you have histograms, and you can do a time lapse and a 30-second shutter speed, and the list goes on. I mean, there's a robust camera software that's built into the LG G4, and I think camera enthusiasts and novice people would enjoy it. Number 2 is the removable battery. Now, that was a big complaint with a lot of people when it came to the S6, including myself. A lot of people like to carry 2 batteries with them. Having removable battery is a huge thing, and also the device is a little bit thicker. They even said in their keynote that they'd rather have a thicker device with better battery life, and I agree with that 110%. The battery is also 3000 milliamps, so it's a pretty large battery. So you may not need to swap your battery out, but you can swap it out. And also, if your battery doesn't complete a charge after some time, or it doesn't last as long, a couple years down the line, just buy a new battery. So I think that is really cool that LG is still doing that. They're sort of the last of the Mohicans when it comes to this. Number 3, they're using the Snapdragon 808. Now, reason that's a good thing for me, because the Snapdragon 810 has been having overheating issues, and I think LG put their foot down and said, you know what, the G Flex 2 was ruined by this poor implementation of the chip, so they decided to go with the 808 processor. Now, LG is saying that they're not doing it because of the overheating issues. They thought about using the 808 over a year ago. Whatever the case is, I'm happy for it, and I'm glad that they're using the 808 and not the 810 processor. And just me using the phone a little bit, it's a snappy chip. Between the 810 and 808, I really can't tell the difference without getting into benchmarks and doing things like that. But everyday normal usage, it was fine to me, and I'm happy about that. And number 4 is the micro SD card slot. Now, LG still is allowing the SD card slot on the phones, and that's a huge thing. It seems like that was sort of just what Samsung was doing, and LG too, but a lot of manufacturers are moving away from that. Motorola, Sony, Samsung, all the big players are not allowing SD cards, but LG is still allowing it, and I think that is a difference maker for a lot of people. There's some people out there that has, 20 gigabytes of music, 30 gigabytes of music. They want to plop that into their phone and keep listening to music, and I don't blame them. There's also people out there that have a lot of pictures that they brought from many different cameras along the line. So it's really exciting and really cool that LG is still providing the SD card slot on their phones, and it's expandable up to 2 terabytes. So when 2 terabyte SD cards become readily available, you can plop that in there and have 2 terabytes of extra storage on your phone. Wow. As always, guys, my name is Kevin the Tech Ninja. Make sure you stay locked to my channel by subscribing for more LG G4 coverage. I do have the device, and I'm going to put it to the test and give you a real review, unscripted review about the device. I'm going to go over a lot of things, so make sure you subscribe to me. Also hit that like button. It really means a lot to me. It does help the channel out a ton. And go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the video, or let me know what you actually think about the G4 and what you want to see and what you want me to cover in the review. I know I asked a lot of you, and I'm sorry. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace.